Hi everyone, I am Amar Fitwala and today I am here to give you the demonstration of this machine learning based web application. Now this application transforms your data into a machine learning model with certain steps. The first step, it takes your data in form of CSV or Excel file. It explores it and give you the insight in different forms. It helps you clean the data, handle the null values and make it ready for the machine learning. You can train your machine learning model, save it into the database, and use it for further interpretation. And all of these with just button clicks. So let's start with some examples first. You can create an account here, and if you don't wish to, you can continue as a guest. I will just log in since I already have an account. Now, this is the first step where you have to upload your data. We also have some existing data set here, which we can use to test this app's functionality. We will start with a small example first, where we will predict whether a customer will purchase a car or not based on certain variables. You can either download this or you can directly upload it. So this is the second step where we get the insights of our data in textual, tabular, and graphical format. Now, in our dataset, we have 400 rows and 5 columns. The column names are user ID, gender is male and female, we have the age column, then we have the estimated salary, then we have the purchased column. 0 represents the person has not purchased a car, whereas 1 means the person has purchased a car. So this is the short description here where we get the count, mean, standard deviation, minimum 25%, 50%, 75, and then max value. Now if we look at the age column here, the mean age is 37.65, standard deviation of age is 10.48, and the minimum value in our data set is 18. The maximum value we have is 60. Same goes with the estimated salary. The minimum salary is 50,000, whereas the maximum is 1,50,000. And the same goes with this purchased column. And if we look here, we can say the elder people with higher salary are more likely to purchase a car rather than young people with lower salaries. That makes sense. Now here comes the graphical representation. Now in our data set, we have 196 as male and 204 as female. And in our data set, 257 people have not purchased a car, whereas 143 people have purchased a car. Now this is the correlation matrix. It tells you what percent a column is related with the other column. Now if you look at the user ID here, it is 0.01% related to purchased. That means it is not at all related to purchased column. And not just purchase, it is not at all related to any column here, estimated salary, age. Whereas if you look at the age column here, it is 62% related with the purchased column and 16% with estimated salary. And if you look at the estimated salary column, it is 36 percentage related to the purchased column and 16% with age. Same with the purchased column. So this was the second step. Now here comes the data pre-processing part. This is the third step where we pre-process the data and make it ready for the machine learning. First, we will have to select the column we want to predict. Now we will have to predict the purchased column, so we will select that. Then we will select the columns we want to drop. Now we have seen that user ID column is not at all correlated with any of these columns. So we will drop this column and it won't have any impact on the dataset. Now this is the train and test split ratio. We can use this slider to increase or decrease the percentage values. If I set it to 80%, that means 80% of our data will be used for training by a machine learning model and rest 20% will be used for testing. So this was the third step. Now it's time for machine learning. Here we have a bunch of machine learning algorithms we can choose to train our machine learning model on our dataset. Now since our problem is of classification, we will start with logistic regression. And if we click on model training, it will train the logistic regression for us like this. Below is the table where we have gender, age, estimated salary, purchased column, and this last column is machine learning predictions of this purchased column. We can see that it has predicted correctly for 1, 2, 3, but it has incorrectly predicted for this one. It has predicted 0 where it should have been 1. So rather than going through each and every record, we have this model evaluation where we have certain metrics to test how well our model is performed in on our data set. We have the accuracy score, we have recall score, we have F1 score, and then precision. If we want to try out different model, we can click on choose model and we can select here different model. We will try decision tree classifier. Click on model training, click on model evaluation, and still we are not satisfied with the result. We can try out different models. This time we will choose k neighbors classifier, click on model training and model evaluation. Now we can see this model has performed very well compared to the other models. So let's try different model. We have a AutoML classification also, where this AutoML will choose the best model for us among the all the other models. Now our classification, AutoML classification has been trained successfully. If we click on model evaluation, we can see it has outperformed all the other models that we have trained before. It has chosen the model XGBoost limit depth. So since we have good metrics here, all about 90% plus, we will save this model. We will have to give the project name here. We will give it a car purchase model, and we will click on save project. Now our project has been saved. Employee salary is the one I trained previously. So this is the model, car purchase model, and if you want to test it out on custom dataset, you can click on test model. We can give the gender as male, age as 19, and estimated salary of, for example, will start with 5,000, and we will predict if this person has purchased a car or not. We will click on predict. The prediction says 0. That means this person has not purchased a car. That makes sense. And if we increase the age here to 50 and estimated salary to 50,000, I think it will give the prediction as purchased. Yes, that's what we have seen in the dataset. Now if I decrease the age to 25 and give the salary as 50,000, it has shown as not purchased. So this is how you train your model. You can test it on custom dataset for future interpretation. Now I will just log out and I will just sign in again. And if I go to profile, we can see that the model we just trained is present here and we can test the model. We have saved this model into the database. Now we will see some other example as well, some bigger example that we just saw. I'll just sign out and now I will continue as guest. Okay, so we don't see the profile section here. Now we will see whether a passenger in Titanic will survive or not. This Titanic dataset is quite big compared to this car purchase one, so we will test this out. I will click on upload, and we have 891 rows and 12 columns. These are the column names. Passenger ID. Survived is our prediction column. 0 means not survived. 1 means the person has survived. We have P class. We have name, gender, age. Then CBSP, park, ticket, fare, cabin, and embarked. So these are the 10 dataset rows, different columns. Here is the short description. We have seen how to read this short description. Now here comes the graphical representation. Now out of our dataset, 5 249 people have not survived in Titanic, and 342 people have survived it. This is the graph for P class. This is the gender graph. This is the CSP graph, park graph, and the embark. So it gives you all the uh, graphical representation of our dataset. We have seen how to read the correlation matrix, and then we will go to pre-processing. Now, first is we have to select the column we want to predict. We have to predict whether the person has survived in the Titanic or not. So we will click on survive. Then we will select the columns we want to drop. Passenger ID is of no use. Then name, then ticket, cabin. That's up to you. Whatever column you want to drop based on the analysis that you have done. Then I will drop these columns here. Now we will have to handle the null values in the data set. We have 687 rows that are null values in the cabin columns, 2 rows of embarked, and 177 rows of age column. Now, what are these B fill, F fill, zero, delete records, mean, median? So, if we click on this I symbol, we will see B fill means it will replace the null value with the previous value. F fill is replace the null value with the next value, or zero, it will replace the null value with zero. Delete records will delete the record. Mean will replace the value with mean value, and median will replace the null value with median value. So you can select uh, B fill for embarked, you can select delete records for age, you can select mean, median, B fill, anything. We have seen this train and test split ratio. So we'll keep 75% for training and rest for testing. Now this data processing part is done. We'll go to choose model. So we have seen how to train a model. We have to select any model, click on model training, and here on the last column we get the machine learning predictions. We have to do the model evaluation. If you are not satisfied, want to try a different model, click on choose model, choose a different model. Decision tree classifier, model training, model evaluation, and choose model. SGD classifier, model training, model evaluation, choose model. Random forest, model evaluation, then choose model. Auto ML classification, it will choose the best model for us, and we can do the model evaluation. So since we have been browsing this as guest, we cannot save the model. We will first have to create an account to save the model. So this was the demonstration of this machine learning based web application. Thank you.